So I came over here from Pakistan roughly 5-ish years ago. Me, my mum, my brother and my sister. It's been really up and down over the years. I started to go to a very high-class university in Pakistan, but due to certain unforeseen circumstances I had to leave. I ended up in the UK without a choice, totally under anxiety and depression. After that, I decided I needed to go forward rather than dwell on my past. There and then, I started looking into universities and finding out what I wanted to do as a career. I wanted to get into medicine, but at the same time, I wasn't sure if I was enough capable because I had doubts about myself. I started going to Newcastle College, and the people over there attacked A, my religion, B, me because of my color. They started bashing on about like I should go back to my country to blow myself up. It went on that luckily I found this course in the University of Bristol that I wanted to pursue. My interest in cancer or researching about cancer, finding cures about cancer go way back. And thankfully, I was accepted not only on the course but also as a person who got the scholarship. What's it like being at Bristol? Over here, it's different. It's like my color doesn't matter, where I've come from doesn't matter. It just matters is that the course that we're all doing or we're all sorting our life out. It's like becoming your own true self while on the track of searching for yourself. That's Bristol for me. I found friends, I found a family away from home, I found myself. I'm still searching on new grounds, but I'm like pushing my limits right now at all the possible ways I can. Places that I've liked over here or which make me feel myself or more in control is actually just the harbour side. I go over there whenever I feel low, whenever I doubt myself, whenever I am about to let go of everything. I just feel like the water is me trying to find its way out of everything, but at the same time stuck by the bounds of everything. I like writing poetry. I like reading poetry for starters. I like reading in general. When I'm stressed, this is funny, but when I'm stressed I like dancing around, like literally dancing around. I like playing badminton and basketball at times. I've started learning new games like pool and ping pong. I love swimming, and well, honestly I love dining out new places every single day, but right now that's not possible. I wish people actually saw me for who I am rather than just judging me for what I've been through, and aid me in exploring the potential that lies within, not just being labeled, but just like being a human.
So I arrived in the UK in 2008. I was 10 when I arrived, and I lived with my mum. Arriving in the UK wasn't exactly easy because when you come into the UK, you have to sort of apply for asylum. My mum arrived in 2002. She was still waiting for a decision at that time. The whole thing took me 10 years, but she came in, like I said, before us. So if you were to take 8, add 5, so 15 years. Things aren't going to be okay when you're still waiting or you're still fighting for the Home Office to sort of help you. It was quite tough actually, because being young and a day ago when you were like in the country you're born in and all of a sudden you're in London, you just don't know where your life is going. Like you literally have no idea. And others at the time, my mum wouldn't tell me much about it because I was about 10. It was only until I was 17 that I began to do my own personal research. Like I wanted to know what's going on. So many things. She's like, oh, you can't do this, or you can't go for work experience. Having to rely all the time on charities, churches and things. It was just like ongoing for so long. That was literally all of my teenage years. So when it was sort of like the breaking point, I suppose there were two options on the ground: deportation or going to court. And the person who was helping us in terms of accommodation said that they couldn't help us anymore. The reverend of my local church helped me because I was in my A-level. So when you go home, you have the stress of, there's no, you can't escape it. This is your life. So I just needed that sort of break, I suppose. School was okay and I was doing well, but school was okay because it was my means to sort of take control of my life. Your mental health is not okay. I didn't want to deal with this. I have to deal with this every day. Like there are days I'm like, I don't want to hear about them. I don't want to hear that they said no. I don't want to hear that we're going to be deported. And I just turned to studying. I turned to reading. I turned to just something else. Going to university isn't something that happens in my family. So even till today, it's like this big miracle. Oh my gosh, university. I can't explain how lucky and grateful, and there's literally no adjective that I can use to explain how every day I'm like, am I really here? 3 years ago, if you were to tell me that if you work hard, really hard, in a few years you're going to be at Bristol University studying, I would have said, what? Like, what are you talking about? Bristol was where I wanted to go, and so all the fact that it offered the sanctuary scholarship was just a blessing. I didn't apply thinking I would get in. I applied because not applying would mean I'd have to speak to my teachers and tell them what I'm going through. So I had the choice of not applying and having to tell them what's happening back home, which was quite personal, or just apply and be like, oh yeah, everything's fine. So when I did apply, I didn't apply thinking I'd be here. So that's what makes this whole thing such an amazing experience. Like, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. I've met lovely people here on my course. I like Bristol. It's different from London. It's a lot of hills, and you can just literally walk to places. I actually do like the Triangle. I like Triangle because of the water fountain as well. I like the view. I love it. I think it's a beautiful view. In my free time, I love comedy shows. I like things that make me laugh because I love laughing, and I like spending time with people who make me laugh. Back in the day, I used to watch Friends over because it was just so funny and the jokes just never stop. I honestly enjoy all things comedy. It just literally takes it to a whole different world. I suppose being a sanctuary scholar, I don't necessarily see myself as different. The person sitting next to you might be a sanctuary scholar or might not be a sanctuary scholar, but I think that what's important is not what they've been through to have gotten to where they are today, but how you can both make the best of the degree and make an impact in the world as a whole.
I'm from Syria. I came with my family. When they have reached to my area, they started to kill each other. So the people who are affected by this situation are the citizens. We just decided to go out of Syria because there's no way to live. This is your life. You have to do whatever you can do just to save your children, save your life. Some people, they can't really afford for foods. Maybe because there is no work, maybe because they can't get out from their houses. They got the money, but it's not safe to get out. My dad, he refused to come because he can't really live in different environment. He's so old man. We decided to go out and we went to Turkey first. From Turkey to Greek by the small boat. It was so small, and we were 25 people on that boat. We spent 7 hours in the ocean. We ended up on Greek. I've been in the prison for 15 days there. We had the right to stay there for 6 months, and then they said during those 6 months you have to leave Greek. We traveled by the plane from Greek to France, and then from France to England by the lorry illegally as well, without the driver knowing. The police came. They took us to Dover. They said, okay, there is an accommodation now in Liverpool, you're gonna go. So we went there for 1 month, and then they said, okay, there is temporary one till you get your state. It's in Rochdale, which is in Manchester.
I couldn't feel safe there. I wasn't welcomed. The citizens there, they weren't really kind to us. We tried to learn English, and I remember I took my mom for like an English class, and they said it's full, and actually it was only 6 women in the class. When I was asylum seeker, I couldn't really have the right to study, to work. I didn't know that we can go online, we can do some stuff on YouTube. I wasn't aware of that because of my background. We only rely on teachers, we only rely on books. After I've been stated as a refugee here, we came to Bristol. I started my life as a normal person. I've been heard about country scholarship, where they offer students lots of help and they fund them and they support them in their education. They are so kind. They just they communicate with the students as a normal people. It's more like a house, like dad, mom, children. I just feel it like that. We have a good support from the uni itself, well-being session. We have essays checked up, CVs checked up by career service. We have our personal tutors. Whatever we want, we can talk to them. I'm really keen now to continue my studies and finish off in my degree, which is pharmacology. My brothers and me, we worked with an organization helping people that they've been affected by the war. In that time, drugs, medicine, they were so limited. I just wished to do something, but I couldn't do in that time. So that's why I specialized in pharmacology rather than pharmacy, which is pharmacology making drugs. I like swimming, but I don't get the time to swim. I really like traveling as well. I don't like really to stay between walls. I like walking. There is an area, a forest called Bees on River. So nice. It is like a river inside the forest itself. I like the bridge as well. Sometimes I walk there with my friends. The air that I'm breathing, the just green color is so nice. People being annoyed that refugees are being so many here in Europe. They should ask why there's something behind this situation. Definitely it's not something usual, it's unusual. So before judgment, just go and look up what's going on in those people backgrounds, and then you can judge rightly or not rightly.